Hey guys, welcome back. Today is January 3rd, 2019. Continuing on my daily vlogs. When I will release them, who knows. Now, we started getting the concept of ourselves. And what I want to start getting into is authenticity. And how sometimes that is compromised because of people's need for significance or connection. So on the connection side, we sometimes compromise ourselves to keep the peace amongst the dynamics and relationships that we have because we're not willing to be honest with ourselves or authentic. What most oftentimes happens is that we'll try to be nice to people that we don't really want to be nice to, and we'll have people treat us ways that, because they've always known us to be that way, then just to keep that, I guess, dynamic going makes it very difficult. Sometimes you grow, and sometimes you grow a lot, and sometimes you grow a lot in a small portion of time, in a small period of time. And people don't understand that sometimes. So what happens and what occurs is that they see you as change, and that change is too much for them. On the other side of authenticity, we have significance. So people will do things to feel significant, and this sometimes occurs just because people compete. They don't have any principle or purpose. They just hold on to their beliefs, their thoughts, their opinions of others, their feelings. Now, with the significance, it's really hard to be authentic because you're not loving, you're not caring, you're taking instead of giving. Authenticity is about giving yourself and what you hold to be true in your core. So instead of what you think you are is who you are, who you hold yourself to be, being genuine, honest, bold, courageous, passionate, stuff like that, making a self-evaluation. When you're trying to evaluate yourself, sometimes people get caught up in what they do and how they do things, and sometimes how they do things is just either good or bad, good or evil. They're caught up in the emotion, especially when they say that I am angry, I am sad, I am depressed, I am hopeless. They're holding on to that emotion. When it comes to what they do, some people, they get caught up in the paradigms that includes that. And sometimes we hold value or hold self-esteem based on what we do. It's a direct connection to who we are because it's what we do. So if we hold on to a false or invented sense of self, then we won't be able to be ourselves because of the things that we do won't be congruent to who we are. And that's why it's so important to be authentic, because it's a congruency. And congruency is basically a term that Carl Rogers created, and it's the consistency of, personality and behavior of a person, and of course their values and belief systems. Alright, so hopefully that gives you an idea of how to be authentic, right? Because there will be things that we will compromise. Try to be aware of that. Try to be aware of where it's coming from and where it's rooting from, and then see if you can be honest with yourself and stop that limiting belief or that wishy-washy thoughts that don't give you the sense of being enough. Sometimes it becomes a fear, and our full potentiality comes from the idea that we have a self-concept that we want to be able to achieve and that it is possible. Alright guys, so I'm out and about. We're just talking about peace.